it's Pupmeister, and today we must say goodbye to this world. There's a new, large update coming, and it's time to make a new world. So I thought I would go through this one and just kind of see what we've all made. And as it turns out, there are 28 different farms and tutorials here. The link to my channel will be at the end of this video, so if you see any farms or tutorials that you like and you want to build yourself, you can do so. Just check out the end of this video. So let's start with the house behind. We've got the nice rug out front, which I got from some underwater ruins. And we've just got a little bit of stuff here, tons of storage, of course, because that's basically what I use this for. And, you know, otherwise, a little bit of crafting and stuff like that. And on we go. Let's go this way. And, oh yes, remember this making of the aquarium and how all these cool fish and stuff are in here. That was actually kind of fun to make that. And then we made an automatic potion maker. This one was great because now, you know, you can just put what you want, grab if you need it, and if you want it to make more, you just click the button. And more get dumped into here, and then more start getting made. And you can make as many of these as you want. And, oh, well, let's go down here. Maybe I should close that just in case. What did I do down here, you're asking? Well, this is where I have my little librarian shop where you can trade with all these guys. And I love to put it just below where I am. I'm always in a village. I like to put this underneath because then it doesn't have to be far away. It can be like right where you are. And then of course, you can just get everything that you need. And it goes on and on. And yeah, this is one of the first things I make really because it's important to get the enchantments you need. And then we can't forget this awesome monorail that we built. And I'm not going to really ride it at the moment, but this was pretty cool. And it goes all the way to a distant village, and it's all above ground, as you can see, so it remains safe. And I'll just fast forward and I'll show you that once it gets into the new area, it changes its structure as well. And here is where it starts going into the forest and switches from this to this, which is much more of a foresty kind of looking monorail that melds more in with its environment. And I think it looks pretty cool too. The next thing we have is this over here. And again, it's an automatic smelter. So you put the fuel that you want to use for all, and I'll just go in here real quick, but you can see there's all kinds of furnaces and it basically smelts everything automatically. And I have it down here so you don't have to listen to the clicking. It becomes quiet when you're up here. You don't really even hear it. So the fuel, if you want to put more fuel in, you can put coal or whatever you're using in here. The raw material that you want to smelt, would go in here, and then when it's done smelting, it just comes right back up in here, and it's ready to be used. As you can tell, recently I smelted a lot of sand, so we could have all kinds of glass. This is great when you have a ton of stuff to smelt. What else? And I guess over here, I created the cemetery for any time that I die. So here in October 1723, piglins in the nether killed me. Oh, I remember that. That was terrible. Luckily, I haven't died since then. So all these plots are still unused, and I guess they will never be used as I am now moving on to a new world. But it's a great, place to put your memories as to what happened to you. And over here, we have, of course, our lava farm. And all the buckets. Basically, you just come in here and scoop, 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 put them in here for when you need them. And they're mostly used for certain farms and stuff like that. But if you ever need lava, you have an unlimited source here at your disposal at any time. And remember, if you ever want to build any of these, the link to the channel is at the end, and you can just search up the thing you're looking for. And this is where I was doing a tutorial on cement and color and stuff like that. That's what that is about. Oh yes, and then of course I can't forget all the allays in my allay farm here, and how to duplicate them, and if I ever need them, I have a whole bunch ready to go right here. And over here, I have my bamboo farm. And it has worked overtime. Like, look at how much bamboo I have. It's insane. But very easy, and you just kind of hang it out kind of where you are, and it just kind of keeps on clicking along. As you can see here, there's tons and tons. All right, well, let's go down this way. And out this door. No, I'm not letting you out. Out this door, I think up here, yeah, we have our little auto garden. In this case, it's for carrots. And of course, you can double this, and it just automatically produces carrots for you, or whatever you want to put in here. And over here, we have our villager breeder. And this one has been extremely successful. And I made it so you could watch the little babies flow down. And look at all the villagers that it has created. Just insane. And down here, I have an automatic way to get villagers out of there if I need them. There's minecarts in here. All I have to do is push the button. The minecart will go up. It'll grab one of these guys and shoot them up here. This is where I was taking them to my underwater village, which we will check out as well. But you can basically bring them anywhere. And before that, it was an iron farm. I actually have 2 iron farms. So let's check this one out first. This one was a little ways away because I didn't want it to interact with my other iron farm. or the village. So I built it over here. This is a different version than my other iron farm. This one's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to make. And there, see, it's already producing. And you basically just access all the iron it makes down here. And I didn't make this huge, like I could have made more chests and all that kind of stuff. But I already have an iron farm, so I just wanted to make this as a basic, just to show you that there are other ways to make an iron farm. And this one's pretty straightforward, especially if you have some shears and a forest nearby. This stuff is super easy to get. And then you basically just need, very limited resources. So that is my second iron farm, to be honest. And we'll get to the first one in a moment. Okay, well, next on our stop is the bee farm. And you know what? I love this place. It's great. And the fun part is for some reason, I could make it automatic. I mean, it does take a lot more resources to make it automatic, but I actually like manually collecting the honey. I don't know if that's weird or not, but I think it's kind of fun to manually collect it. And then you might be wondering what this is over here, and I'm just going to store these in here for now. What this is, I did make this automatic, but it's not for honey, it's for honeycombs. So I made a little automatic honeycomb farm. As you can tell, it's super easy and compact. And this will produce honeycomb for you. And I've got two sides, so I've got tons of honeycomb if I require it. And of course, I made this huge bee sanctuary. And this is a game changer. If you are ever going to have bees, make sure it is in some kind of a bee sanctuary, because if they're just outside, they're all going to eventually fly away on you and you're going to have to start from scratch. But this way, they can't go anywhere and you will always have them. So let's go around the corner here. And here is where we made our allay sorter. So quite often, allay sorters are used for things that don't stack. So you can sort of add this onto an automatic normal sorter, or just use it as a regular sorter. Here we've got arrows, saddles, tridents, things that normally don't stack can go in here. And that was our allay sorter. What else did we make? Oh yes, over here. There's so many things we did in this world. I'm going to miss it. And here we made a sentry tower that will automatically kill zombies and stuff that approach this area. They'll fire out at them. And that was kind of a fun little thing to make as well. And then over here, we have my first iron farm. And you can see this one is working still. It looks like it's full. I've got so much iron, I don't know what to do with it, to be honest. Okay, so down here, I have a combination of things because, I just picked it all up because I was close enough to do so. So I just got a stack and almost a half. Now the flowers I can put over here because this is where I made a bone meal, an automatic bone meal producer. Because of course this guy throws flowers, right? So might as well put the flowers to good use. And I made this little contraption, which will make me bone meal. And I just have to throw them in there. It's a little manual having to throw them in, but not a big deal to me. And like I said, you can just grab them, throw the whole stack in, and it'll start going for you. And yeah, I'm just, look, I already made blocks just to make more room. It's just, I've got so much. And so this was a really great iron farm, and it produced a lot of iron for me, and it wasn't too bad to make either. I guess the next thing, oh, nope, before we go that way, I didn't really bother making an automatic pumpkin melon farm. This is good enough for me because I make emeralds out of it every once in a while. Same with the sugar cane here. This is enough. I don't need to make an automatic farm for that either. And over here is usually where I have my clay farm. So basically, all I do is place dirt on top here, and then using bottles, I just grab water from all the way around it and wet them into mud, and then I can just walk away because they will dry and become clay. And then whenever I need clay, and obviously I needed it because it's empty at the moment, you have a whole bunch. Oh yes, and of course I made our ancient flower farm here. We've got a whole bunch of pitcher pods and torch flower seeds. The allays go and pick them up automatically and bring them here and put them in the chest. I mean, I've got so many now. So that was kind of neat. That was kind of fun when it first came out. I don't decorate and stuff like that too often, so I don't really use those seeds too much. But for those who do and love these guys, oh look, he's digging up another flower right there. Oh, and he picked it up and he's bringing it to the chest. Look at that. So let's move on. I've made so much in this world. Crazy, crazy. All right, and then, of course, my nether hub. I made a nether hub here, and this goes to all the different other things that I found or made. So let's go down here. I've got a zombie skulk farm, and a stone generator, which was really cool. This is way underground here. I found this great zombie spawner just right here. I can turn it off and on just by turning the light on inside here. And if I want it to operate, I turn it off. I've got this tinted glass. You can see the zombies have spawned. I think I have it just as a normal zombie XP farm at the moment. Yep, there they are. And I can just kill them and get the XP. And of course, any of their drops will go in here. But you can also change it just by pushing this button. And now it's killing the zombies that are in here. Nice. Because this stone has been put in here so that they will bypass this. And they will actually, I guess I forgot I made this. There's an observation deck. So you can look in here, watch the zombies being created, and then you can watch them go down here. Now this corner is where they would drop down into the XP farm that we saw. And otherwise, they get sucked up there, and they go all along a higher roof area, and then they drop right here, and look at all the skulk it starts making. So this way, and I don't think I haven't seen anyone else make a dual zombie XP farm slash skulk farm. I don't think I've seen anyone else do this. So this is like one of my own creations, which I'm actually kind of proud of. So as you can see, it just keeps making skulk. And I think usually I have my little, I have a diamond axe in here. Usually I had my diamond hoe in here so I could harvest all this, but I guess I forgot to put it back. All right. I'll let that run a while, why not? And then over here, we have our stone generator. And I have a silk touch in here. And then all you do is just keep on chopping away with your silk touch pickaxe. And it creates stone and a little bit of cobblestone. So if you ever need stone or cobblestone, this is a great way to get it without like mining forever into nothingness. And of course, I use the stone over in my skulk farm here because all the stone gets used up from the skulk when you harvest it. So you have to put stone back in so that it doesn't go too deep or whatever. So that is what's going on down here. So once again, let's eat a quick snack and move on. All right, what else we got here? Well, we do have the underwater village. This was a more recent addition, but it was pretty cool nonetheless. I did have fun, and I put down the soul sand in all of these passages because you can go super fast and you just need your soul speed boots on, right? All right, and here we have our railway, which goes down to our underwater village. And let's see, maybe you can see it from up here. I bet you can. There you can see the rail go out into the water. And I don't know if you can see the underwater village there. I guess I built it way deep down in a canyon. So let's go in and I'll show you. So when you come in, the first stop is right here. And this was my kind of first base area while I was building it. So you could make some kind of a rest stop here if you like. And then I made an observation deck. And you can see we're totally underwater here. I built it all in with glass. And down here, I have my village. I can go down the stairs here or take the minecart. And I've got a little observation deck here to look out into the water if they want. And I guess it is evening right now. So they are sleeping. And I've got a golem down here. So it's a full village, basically. Got some farm, got the bell, I've got workstations. Might as well sleep here and then make the village a little more active. Come out, wherever you are. Where are you? There they are. They're all over here. All right, so yeah, I did make quite a few librarians and then some farmers. We even have some little babies here. So all is going well in the underground village. Sorry, underwater village. Ah, the snowy mountain. There were things I did on that snowy mountain way back when. All right, let's head to the snowy mountain. All right, and we have two here. I think this goes to the ancient city. And this one was Snow Mountain. Oh, what's going on here? Wow, check that guy out. All right. So way up here in the snowy mountain, we did build something. And you got to kind of watch where you step here because there's a lot of soft snow that you can deeply go into. Okay, I see it coming up. Way up in the freezing snowy mountains. All right, and this is where we tried different contraptions to get all the different horns that you can play. Yeah, here they are here. And this is where I kept all the goats. And back there, another way to get their horns. I think this way worked the best. And of course, you can check all that out as well, if you so desire, on my channel. And this is where I was discussing all the different things about powdered snow as well. So, on we go. And on our way back here, over here, we have our piglin trading farms. And we actually have 3 different kinds of piglin trading farms. This was the first one I made. You're basically just throwing gold down to these guys. And when they're done, it all gets collected in the hopper. This is the easiest one to make. And again, it's all on my channel if you want to see them. Over here, this is my favorite because you go hit them and then you bring them over here and they all follow you and they all drop down there. And then you just come here and you kill them all. And with a looting 3, you get all kinds of extra. I took some stuff out of here, obviously, already. And then over here, if I get any like golden swords or stuff like that, I can throw it up in there and it automatically smelts them all into nuggets for me. So this is a nice little mini base, so to speak. And then over here, I have a Hoglin trading system. And I've got, sorry, that's what that very first one was, a Hoglin trading system. Way back there. This was my gold farm. That's a Hoglin trading system, which was super easy. And then these are 2 other Hoglin trading farms that also work and you can trade with. And this one, of course, when I was trading with Hoglins, I mostly use this one because it's pretty much automated and it gives me double the resources. So that was that. And then here we have our ice and snow farm. All right. So this guy right here is our ice farm. We can come up here, you can see it's making all kinds of ice. And you basically just have to come along here and break them all. Just like that. And that makes all kinds of ice for you. And they get picked up and they go in here and you can get all the ice. And then over here, I just made a very quick snow farm. So as it snows, it gets collected in here, and then you can grab it with your pail, or bucket, I should say. Unfortunately, it's nighttime, although the sun is coming back up, so that's good. Anyway, this allows you to get powdered snow. And once it's full like this, you can grab it with your bucket and you're good to go. And of course, you can make it a lot bigger if you want, but since I don't need a lot of powdered snow, this was plenty. And of course, the more time you spend in this area, the quicker this stuff will fill up. And then, of course, I made my ice highways, which allow for quick traveling unless there's a bunch of these goofs in the way. Of course, if I would have made it properly by putting down these half slabs over here as well, they wouldn't even be here. So that's my fault. But as you can see, wherever the half slabs are and the buttons, you can zoom away and there won't be anybody in your way. And this is over an entire lava lake, by the way. So that's kind of cool. And then down here, I expanded my ice highways going to different places. I'm only going to cover the farms and stuff that I did, but it goes to all kinds of different places as well. And then here is where I made my slime farm. I'm just going to come up here. And of course, you can see the guy down there. And then we just need to go way up. I like to have my looking glass when I use this farm because then you can spy way down there and see whether they're spawning or not. And then it just automatically gets collected right here. So when you're way up in your AFK spot, everything basically happens for you. And I've made it so that the collection system brings it right to the roof so you can just grab it here. And then through this portal by this Taiga village, over there, I created some jungle villagers. And over there, I created some swamp villagers. So I'll pop over to each. Oh, and while I'm popping over, I forgot I created a frog farm as well. And over here, we have our jungle villagers. As you can see. And then let's go visit our swamp villagers. Of course, we have to enter the mangrove swamp here. And there it is. And in here, we created all of the swamp villagers so that we could create a swamp village in here at some point if we so desired. Since we're in the Nether, let's go up to another farm that we created. We've got all these guys down there. Now, unfortunately, my iron golem died, so I'm going to have to replace the iron golem. But I can go over how it worked. So basically, we've got all these magma cubes that are spawning. And I'm not going to spend... Down here are the different frogs that eat the magma once the iron golem kills them. And then down here is where it gets collected. So we've got all the different froglights: ochre froglights, verdant froglights, pearlescent froglights. So we get lots and lots of stuff here. So this is a froglight farm. And again, if you want to see how it's made, you can check out my channel, which will be linked at the end of this video. And in the stronghold here, I created another tutorial. And this tutorial was for water elevators up and down. And you can just walk in and get shot up to the surface. And this one's quite a distance, actually. But the great thing about water elevators is you don't have to worry about running out of air while you're in the water, because all these bubbles you see give you enough air so that your air meter doesn't even go down. And there we go. I don't think I actually made any farms at the end. I did do some mapping, and of course I have a couple different videos on how to map, not only the end, but the overworld, and maybe some best practices on how to do that as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found a few farms you might want to create after looking at so many different ones. Man, did we ever do a lot in this world. But it is time to move on to the next one, and who knows what we'll create over there. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.